From Bering Spring, Michigan, this is Jose Bernice. Welcome everyone to our first Uruguay podcast in the world. Every week we will interview Uruguayans who emigrated to different places in the world. They will tell us their trajectories, reason for emigrating, their achievements and difficulties, advice, and more. With us today is Valentina Olivera, Pacilio. Hi Valen, thanks for accepting this interview. How are you?
Hello, very well, thank you. No, thanks to you, and congratulations for the initiative of this podcast. I love the idea.
Yes, we are starting, and as we were saying, could you tell us which part of Uruguay are you from?
Yes, from Montevideo. I was born in La Blanqueta, and then my family and I moved to Jacinto Vera, and my mom still lives there. So Jacinto Vera, Montevideo?
Where are you living now and the reason for moving?
I am living in Chicago, Illinois, and I moved because I graduated from the Faculty of Sciences. I am a biologist and I came to do a doctorate in neuroscience here at a university in north of Chicago. The university is called Rosalind Franklin University, and I'm already finishing up. In April of next year, I am already defending in the doctoral thesis. So I've been here for a couple of years now, since 2017.
What was the hardest and easiest thing to get used to when you first arrived?
The most difficult thing was all the issues that have to do with social culture. The issue that you arrive at a place and they don't greet you with a kiss or even. Actually, I don't know, a nice greeting, it's like a global hello. The same for when you leave a meeting, it's like, well, everyone left and that's it. That cost me a lot. As they keep the distances here more so personal, and you who are a migrant, and in my case I came alone, you need a little restraint, and it was very difficult for me to find that. I think some people are a little warmer, but I don't want to generalize, but that's what cost me the most. And the easy thing is the amenities there are. I don't know, you go to the supermarket and you find everything, and the packages of things come in large quantities, so you always have. I don't know, as if to give you some examples, but it hasn't been easy at all. I think that to this day, I'm still adapting, obviously.
But because of that, you are adapting to what you just mentioned, to the ease of acquiring certain things.
Yes, that's right. And above all, well, going to my career in the laboratory where I do research, I have everything. Because it is a laboratory, that is. It has money, it is financed, so there are materials, there are resources so that one can explore and do all the experiments. In Uruguay, there are much less resources and we manage more, that is, as if we have to look for the return, as who says, so that some experiments come out to be thrifty. That note that here, that culture of Uruguay applied here to the United States also served me. Because, well, it shows that I have a behavior with materials, with things, the way of organizing that other people who lived all their lives here in the United States do not have. But yes, I love going to the laboratory and sometimes throwing away things that in Uruguay we were able to save, wash and use again. So that's what I got used to very easily, obviously. and I loved it.
Is being thrifty interesting? Right?
Yeah, it's super interesting. Besides, I played a little with that when applying to the university. Well, we show ourselves as people who know. In English, the word would be resourceful, as if you take advantage of the resources you have and take advantage of them. And it shows. And I had also done a master's degree in Uruguay, and also if I was a little afraid here in case I know everyone was smarter than me or if technology overwhelmed me. But no, actually I felt that I was fine, I was prepared and in fact with experience in laboratory work that helped me a lot and even teach other people. I do think that my work environment was the easiest thing for me to adapt to because I liked it, I feel comfortable, and I came well from Uruguay. I thought no, I don't know why we fell down, but I came well from there, and the other thing, friendships, social, outings, all that is it costs me a little more.
But little by little you are adapting to the people here, right?
Yes, now that's it. Now I know that I'm going to a meeting, one meeting, and everyone leaves. Bye. Sometimes I already get my personality out, I don't care, and I arrive like this a long time ago, not brave. I give a hug, and well, they are getting used to me too. And well, yes, you're carrying it, you're rowing it. Also, what it costs is sometimes, I don't know, the time when the holidays come, that is, there are birthdays, you already miss family there a little, friends you have left from there. Are those middle, complicated dates?
What are you going to do after finishing your studies?
And I was thinking of looking for a job here, if I can stay in the Chicago area. Well, where are you guys? Or better around there, because I like this area, and I'm telling you how hard it is for me. I've had a hard time meeting people, and I already know some people here. I'd like to stay close. Anyway, I have an open mind. If an opportunity arises that I love somewhere a little further away, well, that's okay. But I would like to work at least a little longer here in the United States.
And then would you go to Uruguay?
And there we would have to see, because I have to see what job opportunities in Uruguay I have. Luckily, I have friends and colleagues and people who can help me. I actually have to. I have to strengthen those bonds well, and with time I will be saying, well, look, I want to see how we do again. Because in fact I learned a lot of things that I didn't learn in Uruguay, then it would be great for me to go back and teach what I learned and start some line of research of mine there. But that's a dream and it's going to take a while because, well, there has to be money to receive me. Are these issues sensitive then?
What was the reason you chose this career?
Well, since I was a kid I liked biology, I loved it. I don't know if you remember that it was the little notebook for us. It was a green biology notebook and I always loved it. Then, at the high school I had a super good teacher in 5th and 6th of the high school that I did 5th biological, 6th medicine. I had chosen that because I discarded the lyrics. I didn't like history very much. I really appreciate the story now, but I didn't like it much at the time. And I was doing well in biology, and my teacher was very passionate about biology too, and she inspired me quite a lot. And I actually wanted to be a psychologist, but at one point I discovered the science faculty, and all of us who started in the science faculty have this dream that we are going to be researchers on the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, because not everyone watched those channels. I remember having those conversations in first grade after college falls. That's the reality that they're not like that, there are several.
There are other ways. There are other ways.
Of course, there are other ways, but you come in with that head.
But that's important because it drives you, right?
Of course, yes, we loved it, and in fact it is super important to start the first year, or the first 4 years of bachelor's degree. You are discovering everything that is done in Uruguay, all the options that there are, all the lines of research that one can follow. I ended up deciding on the Faculty of Sciences, and in fact I chose in the last year of the bachelor's degree I chose to deepen in neuroscience. That is, I always liked the brain, that before I wanted to be a psychologist, did you see? And I followed neuro, and I loved it, and then I got into doing a master's degree. I did my master's degree at the Clemente Estable Institute, and I had a few years as a teacher at the Faculty of Medicine, in the Department of Histology and Embryology. And I got into some research projects with them. I had the teaching experience that I also really liked. And in the middle, I applied to do the doctorate here in Chicago, and they accepted me. I met this university because during my master's degree, I came to do an internship, and that's an important thing. Sometimes it's good when you migrate that you're going to study, to do something that someone knows. If you didn't come before, let someone know more or less the atmosphere or how it is. I had come and liked it, so I was sure I wanted to apply as a Ph.D. student, and here we go.
Do you have anything else to tell us?
I don't know, maybe being able to talk a little about what it's like to migrate and how it changes your mind, how you value things about Uruguay when you leave. I don't know if it happened to you.
Is it forever divided? No.
Yes.
The divided but for life, impossible to get rid of Uruguay and the United States? No. Or in the host country? No.
Yes. I feel like I'm going there to visit, and sometimes I feel like a visitor even though it's my home. But there are some things that I don't anymore.
Okay, let's go then. I say, would it be interesting? How is life as an immigrant here in the United States? What do you think? That's that eternally. I've been coming to this country for 33 years, and you know that eternally when I always say maybe. I don't know if you feel the same. You don't have to feel the same. When I'm here I miss Uruguay, when I'm in Uruguay and I miss the United States. You're totally divided for life.
Yes.
The same thing happened to me all my life.
Well, then it's going to keep happening to me if I stay.
Yes, I think so. So I'm gonna tell you that what we talked about. How do you feel as an immigrant here in the United States, in the Chicago area? Okay.
I feel good, but I do miss Uruguay, its customs, and our culture. I feel that I value a lot. For example, I don't know, to give you an example, I miss the carnival season a lot because I used to go to the tablado a lot, and I don't have that anymore. And February, and it's a horrible winter here in February, then everything adds up. And as I said, important dates like birthdays and holidays, but I also go there, and many times I miss my home here, because I don't know, I did it on my own, like finding myself at home, putting my things together. It's my place where I live.
It's part of you, right?
Of course, it's Chicago. I mean, I go there and sometimes I feel like, instead of a local, a visitor.
It's made with your sacrifice and you miss it too.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's part of your life.
Exactly, it's part of my day-to-day and a part when I go to Uruguay, to Montevideo. I walk around like I'm on vacation. No? But I also end up exhausted because I see a lot of people, I reconnect, I talk to people a lot. And it is necessary to return to Uruguay. Yes, that I love and well, I value a lot in many things, simple things. I don't know, I miss pasta factories a lot because there aren't any here. To eat pasta they are, I don't know, they come in packages that. There, I remember asking my mom, let's go buy some fresh ravioli. Simple things that don't.
Active buy all kinds of pasta, but you still miss the ones over there, the flavors, everything, right? You always say the same thing, there's everything here, but you're crazy about Uruguay.
Yes, exactly, yes. No, here we found, everyone asks me how do you find weed? And well yes, I find weed or dulce de leche, all that. It comes out much more expensive, it comes out very expensive, but it's good. The mate, I have to take mate.
Of course.
Yes, and it's also nice here when you get together with other Uruguayans. Now that the World Cup is coming, some Uruguayans who live here in Chicago are organizing to get together to watch the games, and that's when I feel the whole Uruguayan vibe again. All our culture is noticeable. I even learned a lot about how we are compared to the rest of the Latinos, like Mexico, Colombia, Ecuador. We have our trademark registered.
And the World Cup starts today and Uruguay plays on Thursday.
Yes, it's going to be 7 o'clock too early here in the morning.
How interesting what we were talking about, and always in that way with the immigrant one has the tendency to end up talking after you talk to everyone more or less it's the same, you know we feel the same. You always end up talking about the same thing about the difference of people, right? What they're doing and everything, but it brings us together, it ends up bringing all that together.
Yes.
Does it end up uniting us? Right?
Yes, it ended up coinciding. I am glad and I feel relieved, because sometimes I thought, oh, these are just my thoughts. But no, I'm glad it's being shared.
Of course, because we say it's different, but Uruguayans end up talking about the same thing all the time. Yes, regarding that, the nostalgia, the flavors, the places, the walks.
Yes.
It's all barbaric here, but we miss Uruguay.
Yes, exactly. Yes, as is.
Well, okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your interview. Thank you for agreeing to talk to us.
No, thank you very much to you, and congratulations, and I hope you are doing great. I think so. You will see many Uruguayans happy to talk to you, and about the experience.
And successes, many successes in your career.
Thank you very much.